Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Battleborn coverage. Today we're going to be continuing with the character overviews within this game, and we're going to be looking at Montana today, who is a member of the Peacekeepers. So we've previously covered Caldarius, Oscar Mike Thorne, Arendi and Phoebe, one of each of the 5 factions. So returning today is the second of the Peacekeepers. Now I do really like the look of this guy. Just looking at him, I think, you know, this is probably going to be one of my main characters, because it looks a lot like Salvador from Borderlands, and yeah, they're my kind of normal tanky choices to play as. So I really do like the look of Montana, and actually looking at Oscar Mike as well, when we took a close look at his abilities and things like that, I do really like the look and the playstyle of the Peacekeepers. So yeah, Montana, I'm looking forward to this one. So we'll click on and take a closer look at this guy now. So while this is loading up, obviously, like I said, his name is Montana. He is a member of the Peacekeepers faction. So the Peacekeepers are comprised of a number of different species that share an ethos of protecting Solus, and as a result are much like the universe's police force. So here he is, and look at the size of him. He is a absolute tank. Bio: when he's not clotheslining bears for fun, Montana can be found on the battlefield, soaking up industrial-sized buckets of hurt and suppressing enemies with his fearsome minigun. A friend to everyone, Montana controls the battlefield with sprays of ice or fire, and sometimes just a good old-fashioned knock the tree down with my shoulder dash. Wow, looks like a pretty big guy as well, and that minigun is absolutely huge. I know most of it's obscured by this, but you can just see the size of this thing. Montana was actually the first character that I actually saw footage of in Battleborn, so yeah, I have seen his minigun in action, and it does look pretty beastie really. But yeah, anyway, to his stats, top right of the screen, it says here, well, middle top of the screen, wherever you're looking, but top right of this. So there's obviously four tiers, 5 skill points in each tier. Power is absolutely maxed out, which isn't surprising really, because you can see and hear from the bio what a powerful guy he is, except his head is tiny. Look at the size of his head. Someone has really been overdoing it on the old roids. Look at the size. If his head is that normal sized, he must be about 12 foot tall. He's absolutely massive, and you would not want to get a punch off that fist, would you? Wow. Yeah, anyway, so his health is 3 out of 5, so just over mid-range really, so he's still pretty tanky by the looks of it, but not as good on health as some of the characters we've seen so far. His range is about mid as well, which obviously, you know, with that size of that gun, you pretty much expect it to be quite good on range, but his speed is terrible. He's absolutely slow as hell, but that's quite understandable looking at the size of him. So his abilities: Montana's minigun, a truly fearsome weapon. The minigun accumulates heat as it fires, increasing bonus damage dealt. Augments can increase or modify this effect. So yeah, basically big ass minigun, and it actually has like an overheat function on it, a cooldown as well. So I'm guessing if you fire it for a long period of time, eventually it will overheat, and you'll have to wait a few seconds before using it again. But the hotter it gets, the more damage it deals, so you've got to keep an eye on it really. Fire away, keep it, you know, as hot as you can without actually overheating it. Hearty constitution. No, I said that wrong. Constitution. Wow, I'm sorry, it's really early when I'm recording this, and I can't read very well. Montana's remarkable size allows him to soak up a substantial amount of damage. Pretty simple there really, so he's huge and he can take a lot of damage. Lumberjack's dash. Montana dashes and collides with an enemy, dealing 208 to 280 damage and knocking them back. If the hit enemy hits an object or ally, they are stunned for 1 second. So I'm pretty sure that's where the clotheslining bears joke is, and just a good old fashioned knock the knee down tree with my shoulder dash. This must be the lumberjack dash it was on about. Hailstorm loads of specialised ammunition that slows enemies hit and uses less heat per shot. Also adds armour that armour that reduces damage taken. So yeah, he's got different specialised ammunition that slows enemies hit and uses less heat per shot, so it keeps you cool your minigun cool, and it also adds the armour that reduces the damage taken as well, so that's pretty handy. Man's formation, stomp the ground, dealing 525 to 750 damage and knocking up nearby enemies. Montana takes reduced damage for 8 seconds after, so pretty good really. You can stomp the ground, do massive damage, knock over nearby enemies, and then take less damage as well. And then finally, heat wave. The hotter Montana's minigun is, the more bonus damage it deals. So again, that's what I was saying about the keeping it as hot as you can without overheating it. So let's go to the Helix tree. 10 different tiers, so we can pick either left or right on each one. So tier 1, go the distance, increases lumberjack dash. Lumberjack dash's dash distance, 50% dash distance. So that is the dash and collide with an enemy, causing damage, knocking them back. And then if they hit an object or ally, they are stunned. So it means you can dash 50% extra, which is pretty handy. Or Weatherman increases minigun accuracy while Hailstorm is active. Oh, that's you know, different choice actually. So we can either have more dash distance or Hailstorm, which is the special ammunition, and we can be more accurate with that. Oh, do you go for gun or do you go for melee? I'd probably go for gun to start off with, to be honest. So I'd go for Weatherman really. Keep that gun as accurate as possible, and yeah, it's a beast. The old 1-2, Montana knocks nearby enemies upward at the end of a lumberjack dash. So not only do you dash and knock into them, you can knock them upwards as well. Or push it, increases the knockback effect of lumberjack dash. So you can either knock them up in the air or more knockback. I'd probably go for more knockback, to be honest. I'm not sure why you'd knock them up into the air. It'd probably keep them out of the fight for a bit longer, but yeah, if they don't take fall damage or anything like that, then it's not really going to do too much to the damage. So you definitely want the effect of the knockback increase. So we'd go for that on tier 2. Next is pumped up, increases Montana's maximum health plus 250 health, or decreases minigun spin up time. So it's 30% minus spin up time. So you either get more health or quicker gun. Oh, that's hard, that, because you want his health to be as much as possible. 250 health sounds like quite a lot, but you want your gun to be pretty quick as well, don't you? I'd probably play it safe and go for the maximum health. Yes, and for now, and be interesting to see. They'll probably change that when actually playing it though, to see if you can actually keep the minigun kind of spinning without firing. If you get what I mean, like a spinning gun on Borderlands, if you just keep tapping the fire button so it keeps it spinning but doesn't fire much or waste much ammo, you could probably keep the minigun spinning anyway. So we'll see. It depends how long it actually takes for it to spin up, but that'll come in time when playing. So the cooler minigun heat decreases with each shot fired while Hailstorm is active, or your bullets burn enemies, adding bonus damage over time. Increases minigun heat accumulation per shot fired when Hailstorm is active. Definitely go for Firestorm on that one. Definitely get a status effect in there as well, and that will help take them down quicker. So we've got cold or hot blooded on this one. Montana's health regeneration rate increases the lower his minigun heat is, or his health regeneration rate increases the higher his minigun heat is. Wow. I think that ties in with this one here though. So the cooler is decreasing it, and Firestorm is getting it hotter. So you've got to play it whichever way you go there. So I went for Firestorm. I'd have to go with hot blooded there. So keep his health regen up the higher the minigun heat is. Swole shield increases Montana's maximum shield strength. Wow, so you can actually get a health increase and a shield increase. Or feeling the burn, Montana's minigun no longer overheats. Every shot fired beyond maximum heat capacity damages Montana. Right, so you don't actually overheat at all, which means that you can keep firing as long as you want, but every shot fired beyond the maximum heat damages you. So that's quite interesting really. That's quite tactical, because the hotter the gun gets, the more powerful it gets. So if it doesn't overheat and stop, you can take it into the hottest setting It does damage you, but if you can keep your health up, you can really do some damage to the bigger enemies probably, and like the bosses. Ooh, that's quite a tough one. See, with that one, I'd either go with a health increase and a shield increase, or you just YOLO it, decrease the minigun spin up time, and then take the overheat off, and just go for it. That's probably not a build you'd be able to use all the time, but certainly for slaying bosses and things like that, that could be pretty interesting really. Quite liking the concept of that. Now we've got Icebreaker. Lumberjack Dash deals extra damage to enemies while Hailstorm is active, so plus 25% damage, or increases Hailstorm skill duration, plus 2 seconds of Hailstorm. So Hailstorm is the special ammunition that slows the enemies and uses less heat per shot. So I suppose if you were going for the feeling the burn, and yeah, if you're going for feeling the burn, then you wouldn't want your minigun to be cooler, would you? But you can increase the duration of Hailstorm there. Damn it, where am I? Yeah, or intensifies Hailstorm's slowing effect, further reducing enemy movement speed. If Firestorm Augment is active, its damage over time effects are lengthened. Oh, that's a hard one. Wait, I've gone wrong here, haven't I? It should be reduces the cooldown on Lumberjack Dash, allowing more frequent usage, or increases Lumberjack Dash's impact damage. I'd probably go for the impact damage there. Oh no, I was on that one, that's it, right. Lumberjack Dash deals extra damage to enemies when Hailstorm is active, or increases Hailstorm's skill duration, plus 2 seconds. I'd probably go for the Lumberjack Dash extra damage while Hailstorm is active, yes, definitely. Right, we're back on track now. Too big to fail, reduces the cooldown of Lumberjack Dash, allowing more frequent use, or increases Lumberjack Dash's impact damage. So you can either have a lower cooldown on it so you can use it more, or when you do use it you can have the damage at more. I'd be tempted to go for the, because he's such a big guy and you're not going to be running around too quickly, I'd probably just want to go for the wham bam, crackdown, you know, massive bigger damage, and then sit back with a minigun for a little bit rather than just going Lumberjack Dash, Lumberjack Dash, Lumberjack Dash. I don't know though. Yeah, I'd probably go for crackdown. Sorry, crackdown on that one. Bullet buff intensifies Hailstorm's slowing effect, further reducing enemy movement speed. If Firestorm Augment is active, its damage over time effects are lengthened, or increases weapon damage while Hailstorm is active. Straight away, I'd probably go for Perfect Storm there. Get that weapon damage up, get that minigun firing, and yeah, definitely Perfect Storm on that one. And then finally, tier 10, big payback, absorbs damage taken while Transformation damage reduction is active. Transformation is stomped on the ground. Montana takes reduced damage for 8 seconds after. Yep, that's the big attack then. Absorbs damage taken while Transformation damage reduction is active. When Transformation ends, an area of effect attack is unleashed after 3 seconds, returning absorbed damage to nearby enemies. Or instant payback. When Transformation damage reduction is active, incoming enemy fire is reflected back by the attacker. So you either reflect the enemy back, or you you kind of soak in the bullets and then return them. So either way, you're going to return them to the enemy anyway. I'll probably go for big payback on that one though. Yeah, definitely. You just absorb the damage and then return it to them straight away, rather than just you know, every time someone shoots you, it's reflected back at them. But that's not a bad one really. Either way, you're going to be returning fire, so I'd probably go for either one of them. But yeah, there you go, guys. Anyway, that is Montana, and he looks like an absolute beast. I really do like the look of him, and we'll definitely be playing as him at some point, unless someone else comes out better. Like I said, the Peacekeepers seem to be pretty good really, so you never know, there may be two or three more Peacekeepers revealed, and I might like one of them better. But for now, Montana and Oscar Mike are probably my favourite characters. Looking at it, I'll probably end up playing as a Peacekeeper, definitely. But yeah, there you go. So let me know what you think in the comments, whether you like this character or not, whether you agree with the skills or disagree, and why that I picked. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.